Stay hydrated. What's up, pussy? You're a pussy, I'm a pussy. This is a Pussycast Nation. My name is Flynn Wilson, and your name is also Flynn Wilson. The date today is the 14th of November, 2021. My internet isn't working. We're going to study. Let's go. If I could go... The internet light doesn't work well in my room. Isn't that like so annoying? Isn't that like super relatable? Does the internet not work well for you guys as well? I don't know. Is the internet even a thing in the future? Even a thing? Even a thing? I have to do that. Isn't it a thing? Just slightly though. Isn't it a thing in the future? If you go like this, your words sound different. If you go like this, your words sound different. If you go like this, your words sound different. I'm doing it slightly there. Anyways, let's study, you pussy-ass pussy. Dus cycles on Learn Coach. Cause if I could go back in time, I'd do things differently, yeah, I wouldn't think twice. Oh. Okay, I'm almost done all that. Cool. Yeah, I didn't do this well, eh? Maybe I should have started doing 2. That would definitely have been the play. Is it the play now, though? I think it might be. I think it might actually be the play. Again, that's the play, man. I think the play is to... do Learn Coach. Do Learn Coach for a cycle. Dude, my lips feel fucking plump. Why do my lips feel so plump? Do you guys ever get that? Future Flynn, do you get that? Like your lips just feel weird? Anyways. Just feel my lips, I don't know. Anyways, that might be the play, eh? 1 cycle on Learn Coach, 1 cycle past exams. Starting the thing you just did on Learn Coach. 1 cycle on Learn Coach, 1 cycle on past exam. That is the play. For sure, that's the play. What are my exams? My exams are in 3 weeks' time. But every now and then you remind me. Okay. Yep, I've decided that's the plan. That's what we're going to do today. So with you guys, I'll do a Learn Coach cycle and then a past exam cycle. And then I'll end the podcast. It's been a while since I've had one where it's like more of a relaxed podcast where I just talk about stuff that's going on in my life. And those are the best ones. Let's do that for 5 minutes. Okay, so life, what's going on? I'm just coming out of a stage where I was doing kind of fuck all and my motivation was kind of low. I don't know about that. I was doing fuck all because the amount of work that I was allocating myself with wasn't corresponding to the amount of time that it should take. Because I didn't have enough work to go around. That's my fault for not looking for enough work. I found that work through... I kind of have. My cousin actually, well, I kind of found that work through Trade Me flipping, going to garage sales and flipping, but there's actually not that many garage sales in Palmy. I went to Fielding yesterday as well. I got those little Nike Air Jordans. I don't know if you watched the last podcast. I'm assuming I uploaded it. These little Nike Air Jordans, 4Ys. Pretty knacky condition. Hopefully I'll sell those for $80, which I'm hoping. Bought them for 50 cents, so that's a dub. Bought some calculators, some graphic calculators. This one's mine. But I knew as soon as I saw them, these were going to be, I'd be able to sell these. Because I remember they cost a fuck ton, and I remember my mate Crit, you remember Crit? Future Flynn? Fuck, even I barely remember Crit. I remember my friend Crit. He was a fucking queer cunt. Saying that he bought his, we all bought ours, most of the people in the class bought their calculators new, but he said he bought it old off of Trade Me for $50. So if he was buying them for $50, like, I should be able to sell it for like $60, both of them. And I picked up both of them for $25. So that's another dub. But that's kind of taken up like a bit more of my time. It's more, obviously the garage selling doesn't take too long. It takes like 4 hours on a Saturday, even a bit less if you just stay in Palmy. But there's not enough in Palmy. I had to go to Feeling for 3 of them. There were only 2 in Palmy. And the 2 in Palmy, they weren't actually good. One of them was the graphics calculator, which, other than the graphics calculator, it was just like women's clothes, which was pretty shit. And then the other one I didn't buy anything at. It was a fucking dud. And then in Fielding, they were all duds as well. The Nike Air Jordans were, I saw them like pretty late on into this one garage sale that was doing pretty trash. And I didn't even think too much of it. The guy, like I wasn't sure. I don't know too much about shoes, so I didn't think they were real or anything. But I was like, I'll just pick them up, fucking 50 cents. If they are real, make some money. But yeah, that's kind of taken up a bit more of my time, but still I've got like quite a bit of time left over. Yesterday I went garage sailing. It was a good start to the day, and then I fucked up the end of the day. Because I'm going lax on myself, man. Going lax on myself. Got shit to do, but I'm like, oh, that's good enough. I gotta be pushing myself. I can't be working. Right now, I don't think I have the ability. It's about gradual change. Gradually getting better. And right now I just gotta start gradually getting better. Putting in like half an hour more work a day. Instead of fucking around. Half an hour less fucking around a day. Fucking Wi-Fi. Connect, you fuck. But yeah, yesterday, the start of the day was pretty good. Went to this garage sales. I was pretty stoked with what happened. Came home. I studied. Had lunch, went to the gym, had a good gym session. Then came home and I was just stoked with myself after that. It was like 3, 4. And then I just fucked around for the rest of the day. I made those TikToks, but still I was just fucking around watching YouTube like. And you feel like shit. It's never a smart idea to do it. I just start getting that through my head. It's never a smart idea to do that. Okay, I can fuck around now and have fun. I never find it fun. Fucking around. In my head, it's always fun. Kind of like a lot of things. Like nutting, you know? Having an orgasm. You think that it's going to be a lot more fun, and then you do it, and it's like, oh, that wasn't actually all that. That wasn't all that fun. So yeah, that fucking around, nah. Just felt bad the entire time. But I still wouldn't get up. That kind of goes against myself. Like, why would I not get up? Why would I not get up and do work? Because you know it's going to be hard. Even though you're fucking around, you're hating it. You know that work is hard. You're initially going to hate that even more than you fucking around right now. You know what I mean? So you don't do it. But I got to start doing it. Because I'm that guy, pal. Right now I'm not being that guy, but I'm just that guy. Anyways, yeah, good talk. That's kind of where I'm up to. Gradually, I'm coming out of a slope where I was doing absolutely fuck all. Feeling bad about it still. Doing fuck all. Allocating myself work. And I've got more work to do, by the way. I'm going to increase that plate of work that I can do. Because CJ dropshipping, this changes up the game, man. My cousin actually had the exact same, I was talking to him yesterday, the exact same branded product that I want to do. He's got a brand on, and he's got a brand on it. He's done branded dropshipping through the site called CJ Dropshipping. Which is really cool, and that changes up the game, because it means that even though it's pretty expensive, it's like $40 a product. Should be about $30, I think. I'm thinking for that product, when all the costs get added up. $40 for a product, you can sell it at maybe $60, maybe. That's what I think. Arise Leo. Go to their website real quick. AriseLeo.com. Is that their website? I'm thinking it's their website. Their brand, anyways. I think they sell it for $60. This website is not designed for laptop. Jesus Christ. Looks fucking terrible. Why is this big ass fucking image of Afterpay showing up? What the fuck is going on? Owner story. By the way, the fucking owner can't fucking write. Look at me a year ago. I was a skinny, scrawny kid until my mother introduced me to the gym a year ago. Yeah, I know. You just said, look at me a year ago, you fuck. I remember reading this and being like, holy shit. It inspires me whenever I read this, because I'm like, holy fuck. This total dipshit can do it. Dude, there's no way I can't do it. Dude can't even write fucking English. I cannot even bicep curl a 10 kilogram dumbbell. I also couldn't do that. Maybe I probably could for a rep. But I remember failing. I remember also, like, we all have that story, eh? I remember failing at the gym on an 8 kg dumbbell. Failing a set on an 8. No, wait. I think I failed a set on a 6. I failed a set on a 6 kg dumbbell. I had to go down to a 4 kg dumbbell. Isn't that crazy? I cannot even bicep curl a 10 kg dumbbell, comma, not capitalized I. I vividly remember I, again not capitalized I. Jesus Christ, this kid hated the gym for the first 2 weeks until I walked up to the personal trainer store and he asked the PT, what makes you go to the gym? He said to me, brother, does a line, oh my fucking god. Okay, so I'm going to be way more 100. When I do my brand, that's what I'm excited for being fucking 100, keeping it $150. This Glidable brand isn't going anywhere. It's not going to blow up. I don't remember if you remember the Glidable. I don't know if you remember the Glidable, Flynn. It's just this little toy that you throw and it flies back to you. With my tuk-tuk page, it's fun. I've gotten good practice from it at least. It won't blow up the brand at all. Nah, profit margins aren't even there, and the people that are buying it, they don't have money. Kids don't have fucking $40 to spend on a fucking shitty toy. But it's good practice on keeping it 100 with your brand. There's no such thing as L, only a dub, you know. This thing I'm not going to get any sales from. I'm going to lose money from the Shopify costs. But it's not going to be an L, it's going to be a dub because I've learned how to be authentic with a brand. With my brand, I'm going to be fucking so authentic. What I'm probably going to do is, when I'm doing CJ dropshipping, I'm going to actually show the people how, like, actually ordering the product. And actually tell them how I want to move over to Alibaba. Was someone just yelling at me? Was that my sister yelling at me? Anyways, I want to be 100 and say, this is what I'm doing right now. CJ dropshipping. Actually show me ordering the product. I've talked to a supplier. I've got my brand on the product. But I want to move over to Alibaba when I get enough sales, and just keep it completely fucking 100. Keep it completely $150 with my customers, like an authentic as fuck brand. Not give a fuck and just be myself. That's the plan, man. Anyways, I vividly remember I hated the gym for the first 2 weeks until I walked up to the personal trainer's door and I asked the PT, "What makes you go to the gym?" He said to me, "Brother, does a lion just lay down and not try to benefit himself, or does he stand up and hunt?" I said, "I guess you were right. I need to benefit myself and get shit done." From that point on, I've been gymming ever since, and I do not regret it. What the fuck? The fuck was that dog shit? Your site sucks ass, but you know how to TikTok. And you know how to send it. You know how to send it. And fully commit to something. That's what he knows how to do. Yeah, they're only doing pre-orders right now. He would have run out of stock. Waiting for stock to come in. That's why he's not going so hard on TikTok right now. Yeah, so that's a bad product page. But again, it doesn't matter because you just full sent it. You don't need a good product page. You really don't. But yeah, nah, this shit is fake as fuck though. He's fucked up there. Okay, let's go back to work though. I do things differently, yeah, I wouldn't think twice. Let's sign in. I protect myself, think of someone. I'm starting late now. I spent 15 minutes just talking to you guys. Think of someone else, but every now and then you remind me. Okay, let's go to thermochemistry. Thermochemistry. Shapes of molecules, vaporization, combustion, formation, enthalpy changes. All equation questions. Okay, let's go to the equation questions. Let's go.
Hey there guys, and welcome to Chemistry
What the fuck are you doing?
3.4.
Enthalpy calculations. I don't want to go on that dog shit.
Hey there guys, and welcome back to Chemistry 3.4. In this video, we're going to be talking about enthalpy calculations. How is enthalpy change measured? How do we know
I've
for a
already done this,
reaction
by the
how
way,
much
but we'll do it
energy
again.
is given off? And the best way we measure this is
And
we
the son
measure it
actually did pass
experimentally
exams.
using the experiment below. In this experiment, some of you may have done it in class, you have an insulated vessel and you put in a known amount of water and reactant. You then quickly add the second reactant, and that's a known amount of the second reactant as well, and you put the lid on. The lid has a hole for a thermometer. You measure the initial temperature before the reaction occurred, and you measure the temperature after the reaction has finished. And the temperature change is related to the amount of heat absorbed or given off. And that sort of makes sense. If the reaction is producing heat energy, that heat energy is going to go into the water and heat the water up. Equally, if the reaction is not producing heat energy, it requires heat energy, then the heat of the water is going to decrease. and we relate it using this equation here. Q, the amount of energy, equals M times C times delta T. M is the mass of water that you're heating up in grams. C is the specific heat capacity of water, and that's defined as the amount of energy needed to raise 1 gram of your substance by 1 degree Celsius. And for water, the value is 4.18 joules per gram per degree Celsius. And delta T is the change in temperature. So let's look at a quick example of that. So you've got a question that's asking you to calculate the energy gain when 250 mils of H2O rises in temperature from 25 degrees to 50 degrees Celsius. And so you've got a mass, a C, and a delta T to work out before you can answer this question. Luckily, for water, 1 litre of water is 1 kilogram, and 1 milliliter of water is 1 gram. So the mass is 250 grams, because the volume is 250 milliliters. Remember for this equation that grams need to be used, not kilograms. The specific heat capacity of water does not change, and so it's 4.18. And the temperature change is the final temperature at 50 minus the initial 25, giving us a temperature change of 25 degrees Celsius. Plug these numbers in and we work out that the energy gain from changing the temperature of 250 mils of H2O is 26.13 kilojoules. So in example 2 we have 25 mils of NaOH and 25 mils of HCl being mixed in a calorimeter, and the temperature is rising from 25 degrees to 28.25 degrees. And we need to calculate the energy gain. Well, it's the same equation again, so let's work out our M, our C, and our T. To work out M and C, we need to make an assumption. We need to assume that the NaOH solution and the HCl solution are going to be mostly water with a little bit of each reactant present. And so with that assumption, we can say if it's mostly water, then the 50 milliliters of mixture will weigh 50 grams, because 1 milliliter weighs 1 gram. And C is 4.18. And the reason we can say C is 4.18 is because that's the specific heat capacity for water. The change in temperature is a bit easier. Temperature final minus temperature initial gives us 3.25. So then we look at Q, and so we plug our numbers into the equation and we get 679.25 joules, or 0.679 kilojoules. So that's how much energy has been gained. But working out how much energy is gained by the solutions is not working out delta H. Delta RH is asking us how much energy a reaction is absorbing or giving off in kilojoules per mole. All Q is telling us is how much heat has been absorbed or given off by the water, and it's not per mole. So we need to convert this to make sense. Often at this point in the question, they might ask you whether the delta RH you find is going to be equal to the delta RH standard. And most likely it is not. And the reason that's negative Q divided by N. So you need to a little trick they might throw into this question. They may give you a different concentration for NaOH and HCl. And what do you do then? Which one do you turn into number of moles, and which one do you use in your delta RH equation? You always use the smallest number of moles that you've found. And that's because the reaction can only happen until one of these things runs out. And so the smallest one is going to always run out first. And so the smallest number of moles is the number of moles of reaction that's going to occur, because it can only occur while both reactants are present. So that's a little trick they throw in there to try and catch you out. So what do you need to know for enthalpy calculations? You need to know that they are measured experimentally, and you need to have a rough idea of how that is. You need to know these two equations. Q, the energy absorbed or given off by the water, equals the mass of the water times the specific heat content of the water, which will be 4.18 times the change in temperature. The only other thing they could really do to try and mix you up is they could give you a different liquid, and if they give you a different liquid, though it's very unlikely, they will have to provide you with a C value and just use the C value they provide you instead. The other equation you need to know is that delta RH is equal to negative Q over N, N being the number of moles. So let's smash through one more example before we finish up for today. So 25 mils of 1 mole HCl is added to 25 mils of 1 mole NH3 with a temperature rise of 6.5 being recorded. This is for a neutralization reaction which produces ammonium chloride and water. Hey guys, welcome back to Chemistry.
I didn't even see this part 2 part, what the fuck?
This part of the topic is on enthalpy calculations part 2. We're looking at something called Hess's law. So Hess's law states that enthalpy change due to a chemical reaction is independent of the route taken. This might sound a bit woolly, but it's actually really important. So what it's saying here is the change in heat energy from A to B will be the same no matter what route you take from getting from A to B.
Right.
For example, if I went A to X, X to Y, and Y to B, you would find delta H1 plus delta H2 plus delta H3
Oh, that's cool.
will be equal to delta HR.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how many steps I have in between. If I go from A to B and
Oh shit, okay. What the fuck? What's the date? The 14th of the 11th. Hess's law.
and B is my finished product,
cool.
then I will have the same.
Let's define it here too. Hurry up and open, Anki. Fucking open.
Hey guys, welcome back to Chemistry 3.4.
What are you doing, man?
This part of the
Why is the fucking quality dog shit now?
topic is on enthalpy calculations.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Think of someone else, but every now and then you remind me.
Hey guys, welcome back to Chemistry 3.4. This part of the topic is on enthalpy calculations, part 2. We're looking at something
Define
called Hess's law. So Hess's law states that enthalpy change due to a chemical reaction is independent of the route taken.
Enthalpy
So this might sound a bit woolly, but it's actually really important. So what it's saying here is the change in heat energy from A to B will be the same no matter what route you take from getting from A to B. For example, if I went A to X, X to Y, and Y to B, you would find delta H1 plus delta H2 plus delta H3 will be equal to delta HR. It doesn't matter how many steps I have in between. If I go from A to B, and B is my finished product, then I will have the same amount of energy. And you can think about this in another way. Think about it as if you're going somewhere. So you're starting at school and you're going home. You could walk from school straight home, and the end result is that you've gotten home. And so you've travelled, if you took a bird's eye view of how far you've travelled over that time, it will be, let's say, 1 kilometre. Now let's say you went from school to your friend's house, to your other friend's house, to your other friend's house, to your other friend's house, caught a bus, went around town twice, and then went home. If you look at the bird's eye view of how far you travelled between school and home, it will be the same. It doesn't matter that you did all this random stuff in between. It only matters where you start and where you finish. And the same applies to chemical reactions.
That's wrong.
So we can go from A to B, the direct route. A to X to Y to B. Delta H will be the same. And this is a very important concept, so make sure you really understand it before we start today. So again, this is just demonstrating Hess's law. You can go start to finish, or you can go start, loop, loop, loop around a bit more, and then finish.
Who the fuck
It only
drew
matters
that?
where you start, and it only matters where you finish. So let's apply that to chemistry now. So we've got C as a solid, so carbon as a solid, being added to water, and it turns into CO2 and 2 lots of hydrogen gas. We don't know what the H is for this reaction, but we do know what the H is for these two reactions.
Cool.
Carbon plus hydrogen plus oxygen turning into this, and carbon plus hydrogen plus oxygen turning into this. So we don't know H1, we know what H2 is, negative 393.5, and we know that H3 is negative 483.6. All you have to do is think of it like a flow diagram. So if I were to go from here to here, and I want to take the indirect route, I've got to go this way, and then I've got to go this way. So if I'm going the opposite direction to the arrow, the enthalpy sign just flips. So it goes from being negative 483.6 to
483.
positive 483.6. However, going this way is going to take negative 393.5 kilojoules of energy. Because all I'm doing here is I'm going down the right direction that they've
Yes,
given me the
sir.
H value for. So if you're going in the right direction they give you the H value for, then you don't flip the sign. And if you're going in the wrong direction, then you do flip the sign. Rearranging this, we can work out that H1 equals H2 plus H3. So H1 equals negative 393 plus 483.6. And that gives you the final.
Fuck's sakes, Wi-Fi. Molson Wi-Fi.
answer. So H1 equals 90.1
This website
kilojoules.
is so good, by the way. Jesus Christ.
So let's look at an example. So they've given us 2CO plus O2 turns to 2CO2, and they have not given us a delta H. They've given us a delta H for 2C plus O2 goes to 2CO, and they've given us a delta H for C plus O2 goes to CO2. So all we need to do now is we get our known reaction and we do 3 steps on it. So we manipulate the given equations to match the equation of interest. So the equation of interest is always your unknown equation. And the 2 things you can do here is you can flip and you can multiply. And I'll explain those a bit further later. So then you add your 2 flipped and multiplied equations together, and then you cancel out like terms, and then you check. So it's kind of like algebra, which I know will be good for some of you who like maths, and not so good for others of you. The first thing I like to do is I like to get the first thing on the right side. So I go, I'm looking for CO. How am I going to get CO? Well, I look in the other 2 equations. There's only one equation that has CO, and it's this one. So in order to start this off, I need to get this to the same side as this. So I flip the equation. So I've flipped the equation, and in flipping the equation, I've flipped the sign. That's very important that you don't forget to do
Divided
that.
by 2.
The second part, well, I want my other terms to match as well. So I have a CO2 down here, and I have a CO2 up here. However, this is 2 CO2, and this is 1 CO2.
Well, you gotta half
So what do
it.
I do
You
now?
already-
Well,
dude, you
I
already
can
knew
multiply.
that, dumbass. You had 2C. Wait, I'm confused. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Whoops. Wait, were they... Oh, you just wanted... Oh, my bad. My B. I'm actually wrong. That's my B.
But if I multiply, I have to multiply everything in the reaction by the same amount to make it still
So
make
good, man. It
sense.
always works
And
out.
so that's what I do. I go 2 lots of this entire equation, which gives me the total equation 2C plus 2O2 goes to 2CO2. And if I'm doubling everything in the equation, I have to double the delta H. So I do. It's now flipped and multiplied. You then look at your equations that you have. The equation that you have is 2CO plus 2C plus 2O2 goes to 2C plus O2 plus 2CO2. That's what happened when I added the equations together. So I got the equation that I flipped here, and I got the equation that I doubled here, and I added them together. The most important thing is to write your steps carefully. Because when it comes to adding them together time, you want to make sure you have the right things on the left and the right things on the right. Whoops, that wasn't the best way of saying it, but you get what I mean. And when you add 2 equations together, you need to add together their delta H values. So I add 221,
You beat me to it.
and I add negative 687. And to make sure you understand what I did here, I just got to these 2 equations, and
Dude,
I add
you guys are on it, man. Fuck.
687.
Oops, I had 2 meant to say 787, so 687. You guys are actually fucking on it, man.
And to make sure you understand what I did here, I just got to these 2 equations and I add them together. So on the left-hand side, 2CO, 2C, 2O2, and on the right-hand side, 2C, 2CO2, and O2. So you then cancel like terms out. So we have 2C on both sides of the equation, and so we can cancel it out. They need to be on opposite sides of the equation so you can cancel it out. It's like algebra. So you've cancelled that out. You've cancelled some of the O2 out.
like
Remember,
algebra.
that's 2
That is
O2 on
algebra.
this side and 1 O2 on this side. So if you're going to cancel the 1 O2 on the right out, you need to cancel one of the 2 O2s on the left out, leaving you with 2CO plus O2
Dude,
turns
this
to
25 minutes has been going on
CO2.
for
And how
so
about that?
fucking long.
That
Holy
is
fuck.
the reaction that we're looking for. And we've worked out that the delta H for it is 221 minus 787. Because it doesn't matter how you get there, it just matters that you do get there.
Yes, sir.
That's what Hess's law says. And so you check, does this match with this? And if it does, then you're all sorted.
All good.
So let's look at another equation. 2N2 plus 5O2 turns into 2
I love how
N2
this is just like basic algebra. It's just like NCA level 1, maybe level 2 algebra. No, it's level 1, simultaneous equations. Easy dub, man. Easy dub.
O5. And it has not given us a delta H. They've given
Alright.
us
that's easy,
these
bro.
3 equations, and they want us to work it out.
Let's do it myself, bro. Fuck it. Let's do it myself. I don't give a fuck. Okay. 2 into. So where's the into? So only one equation has into. It's right there. Let's times it by 2. So first equation we have is 2n2 plus 6o2 plus 2h2 goes across to HNO3. Fuck states. I don't need states. Fuck them. And the enthalpy is 348.21. Why is it that specific? I don't know. Did you mean that 0.21? I feel like you didn't. 696.42. Okay, we've got that one. We have our O2 as well. That's pretty dope. Now I need N2O5. It'll probably be just two equations then. They'll probably cancel that one there. But why would it give me 3 then? N2O5, let's flip it around. So 2HNO3. Which is cancelling out. Goes to... I'm guessing this has 1O2 on that side as well. No, it doesn't. Okay. Okay. Alright then. Goes across to N2O5. Plus H2O. Enthalpy change of just 76.6. So our new equation is going to be 2N2 plus 6O2 plus 2H2 goes across to N2O5 plus H2O with an enthalpy of 76.6 plus 696.42. 773.02. And now, to balance it all out,
So the first thing...
To balance it all out, shoo. Yeah, I definitely should have screenshotted this, and then I maybe would have...
thing to do, always. Find...
I'm going to screenshot it now, because maybe you have time to do... Definitely should have done that earlier. Because they only give you 30 minutes time. They only give you 30 minutes to study per thing. Did I fuck up and it's actually 2H2O? Or else this doesn't really work. When was the actual H2O? N2O5. I don't really see how this works. They wouldn't have fucked that up, would they have? There was one that I times by 2 though. Which one was that? Oh, what? Wait. Oh, I fucked up. Goes to 4H3. Whatever, I fucked up somehow. Shoo, there's not enough time to actually. I'll just see how he does it. Resume timer, dude. Resume the fucking timer, man. I don't have any Wi-Fi. Fuck's sakes.
Hey guys, welcome back. We only have one into elements and on this side, and so we can turn it into 5O2 and cancel out the O2 on this side. And we have 2H2 on both sides, and so we can cancel that. And finally, although I haven't actually...
I'm missing you. Chill out, buddy. Okay, let's go. Let's take an early break. Alright. Camera's fucked up. My face is looking too fucked up though. Anyways, I'll be back. Because if I could go back in time, I'd do things differently, yeah, I wouldn't think twice. Wilson Wi-Fi. This is the glider ball, by the way. If you didn't remember. Fun. Oh, is my camera working? Yo, let's go. This thing, you like, swing it, and it comes flying back to you, and you catch it. Like this. Back to you. How cool did that look? Oh, what the fuck am I doing? Holy fuck. You gotta spin it first, man. I always forget. Why did I say that? I don't always forget. That was the first time I forgot. And so if I could go back in time, I'd do things differently, yeah, I wouldn't think twice. I forget myself. What was I doing? I was going on to Kiwi Bank. Some fucking idiot paid for the wrong amount for their item. For the games. And I figured out why they thought it. They asked for a shipping price and I said, it's like $23 all up. And then I thought that they meant that was the shipping costs. I mean just all up for all the games. Shipping would only be like $4.30, my guy. Hey, PS2 demo games, they've met their reserve of $5. Let's go. And they didn't even sell last time, so that's a dub. And banking login. I don't remember how to login. What high school did I post and you just have basic knowledge of me and get my laptop. You can just hack into my fucking account, dog. Man, that guy's a fucking retard. Let's go. Start the timer. Let's go. Study time. 2015 past exam. Study these questions, pussy. Thermochemistry examination paper. Yo, okay, let's go. C. Calculate for B2H6 given the following data. For B2O3 is 1,255. Okay, what the fuck? Alright, H2O. Cool. Oh, that's super easy. What the fuck, man? I think I've already done this before too. Yeah, I've definitely already done this before. Again, man, those questions are super easy. Let's go to the 2016 exam, see what the fuck is popping there. Because if I could go back in time, yeah, bitch, I'd do something differently. I wouldn't think twice. Stop giving me severe. Give me like 3 equations. What the fuck? Okay, let's go to 2017 then real quick. Real quick. Stop giving me easy questions. What the fuck is going on? Dude, what are these tests? They have none of those questions on it. 2018. What about 2018? They just make them super easy where they just give you the fucking... And they're supposed to... I guess they don't. Aren't they supposed to give you like 3 equations? And then you like do algebra to rearrange them? Here we go, here's one. Before they were just giving me the enthalpy change of the enthalpy or formation of one of the products in each of them. So it would be 2Al plus 3Cl2 goes to Al2Cl6. They give me the enthalpy change of 2Al, and then they'll give me the enthalpy change of 3Cl2. And then I can just fucking work out what Al2Cl6 is. It's fucking easy. It's just plus. Just fucking year 3 math, bro. You just plus some shit together. But this one's good. This one has like 4 different equations that I have to use. Let's see if I can do it, huh? Let's see if I can do it. They even give me HCl gaseous to HCl aqueous, which is pretty dope. It's pretty dope, a lot of them. Right. HCl aqueous. So I'll probably somehow do an equation H2 to get rid of the H2 and HCl, but add Cl2. Yep. So yeah, times that by 3. We've got 6 HCl gaseous. But then convert that to aqueous. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. I figured out how to do it. It's pretty fucking simple. Three H2 plus 3Cl2 goes across to 6HCl gaseous. Enthalpy change of 184 times by 3 is equal to negative 552. Then 6HCl gaseous to 6HCl aqueous. We've got an enthalpy change of 72.4 times by 6 is equal to negative 434. At 3H2 plus 3Cl2 goes to 6HCl aqueous. Has an enthalpy change of plus 552. Minus 986.4 kilojoules. Then just add that to 2HCl. Plus 1003. 9.4 negative kilojoules. Easy peasy, lemon fucking squeezy. Let's go. That's easy. Ammonium chloride is a salt, isn't it? Salt plus water. Dissociates into a conjugate base and conjugate acid. Looks like a salt to me. And I think that you are the biggest mistake. That's when I remember. That's when I remember. I'm missing you. I'm missing you. Internet, come back. Oh, I got the answer wrong. That is so annoying. Oh, dude, are you kidding me? I would have got the answer right, but I didn't see that one, man. I didn't see that. Where is that? And then ACL is it's in fucking the wrong form. Goes to ACL aqueous. So basically just minus 643, and that'll be the right answer. Yeah, it is 1346.4. Okay. Anyways, that's easy enough though. I've got that easy. Got that down. That's actually what I'm trying to digest. It's gonna be fun on the bar. Anyways, dude, that's like the end of the podcast. I'll see you guys later.